Well, it was a learning experience. I think that a reminder for everybody is just we have 8 new players, and four of them are freshmen, and the three other guys are grad transfers. Obviously, not Jamal's not a grad transfer, but eligible. Stone didn't make the trip, so you kind of look at it, and the way the game felt for us is it was a first time thing. That's how we played. We took the court clearly ready to compete, and we're playing against a really good team on their home court, Baylor. For us, we had to play really well to beat them, and I think any team that plays Baylor is going to feel that way. They're a very good team. But we didn't play a smart game, especially offensively. I think for most of the first half, played with 3 or less passes on possessions. Ball didn't, change sides of the court, many times. Early on, Baylor benefited by post-trapping us. That's something that we've handled well up until that game. And we got shook up a little bit. Ball didn't go in, and we just never could generate any offense in that game. The numbers are actually astonishing. Nico had 5 assists. That means there's only 2 other assists in the game besides him. One of them was a behind-the-back pass from Christian Coloco, to the I think Chase. So if you think about that, in a 40-minute game, wasn't a whole lot of ball movement, catch and shoot opportunities, but I guess that's the negative. The positive is that we certainly fought and hung in there. We had a chance to really win the game. I mean, it was a single-point deficit under 2 minutes. And when you go on the road and you can be down 1 under 2 minutes, you feel like, man, it must have been a heck of a fight. It just didn't feel that way because of how the game was played. Our defense on the other side of the coin, I thought at times was the best it's been all year. That's reflective in Baylor scored 63 points and beat us. So, points per possession, I think our points per possession on defense was .72, and that's about as low as we can ever have. And I don't know too many times that if you hold a team to .72, you're gonna lose. But that's how bad our offense was. So, it's a learning experience. We have to get better from that experience, learn from it, and I think bounce back here against. A really tough team in Omaha. I know they didn't play well in their last game, but they're one of the best teams in their league, and they have a couple all-conference players, and we have to be ready to go here tomorrow night. I think we've played some really good basketball. When we've been at our best, we really shared the ball on offense. We're playing at a faster tempo, which is fine. But playing in a faster tempo, it's a dangerous dilemma sometimes in that, you could play fast and still take really good shots. Just because you play fast doesn't mean you could take ill-advised, challenge, off the dribble, tough twos, tough threes, and we did that at Baylor. So, going on the road, it's never been different. You have to be able to really rebound. You have to defend, and you have to take care of the ball and execute on offense. I think every team that has a tough-minded group that wins on the road has those 3 constants. And I think the other part for us is we have to be better at cutting down on our turnovers. We just have a unique group in that we have played halves where we've had 10 or more, and then in the second half of that same game, we play with 5 or less. That just happened to us at Baylor. First 4 minutes when we bring our starting group to the table, we could have 4 or 5 turnovers at the first media timeout, and then we could play 18 minutes, 15 minutes of having 1 or 2. We have to play a 40-minute game and be able to play with 10 or fewer, and I think that will really help us as well. That'll help our defense because so many of the points that are scored against us are happening because of our turnovers. So cutting down our turnovers this week is a big deal for us, and I think learning and improving. We had a couple guys that weren't able to practice last week, and as you look back, they went about 12 or 13 days without practicing against live competition, and it's too early in the year for us to do that. And I thought that hurt us against Baylor as well. So hopefully we can have a really good week of practice. We had a good day yesterday, and we have to come back and have another good day today. Yeah, they play a really tough schedule. I think that, Matt Pyle, number 40, is somebody that we're concerned about. They shoot the three-point shot at a high percentage, but it's very deceiving because they score from the two about as much as any team we've played so far. When you look at their point distribution, they're top 50 in three-point percentage, but really how they score the most points per game is from two, not three. And they don't score a lot from the foul line either. So, our big guys have to be ready to go. Matt Pyle's an excellent rebounder, and they're a good team. The reason we elected to play Omaha is they're one of the best teams in the Summit. They have a chance to win their conference tournament. Once they get through the holiday season and their schedule settles down, they return a couple of all-conference players, and I think that'll play itself out as they get into conference play. But as you know, following college basketball, November and December, every year there's a game, two games, a couple games you can point to that the underdog wins, and usually it's an experienced team from a smaller conference, and I think that Omaha is that team. They can beat teams. They've already beaten Washington State on their home court. They were beating St. Mary's at halftime. I'm sure they'll be excited to bounce back from their last performance. And look, we have 3 non-conference games left, so if you're us, whatever we're 9 wins. Can we get 10? Can we get 11? Can we get 12? I'm not sure what we can get, but we want to get the most we can, and then get ready for Christmas, and then play in our Pac-12 conference. So that's our focus. As you guys also know, our guys are juggling, the end of a semester. Some guys are taking finals and knocking final papers out. So this is a really challenging time for our players, and we have to be focused. And in years past, we've done a good job at this time of year, and we want to do a good job this year as well. No, you're about the 15th or 20th person that's brought that up. Everybody I think has their opinion. Obviously, if you look at his coaching record, I think that speaks for itself. He's a very knowledgeable guy. So some of the things that I'm sure he criticized us on, we have to get better at. All you have to do is look at his track record coaching, like a lot of those guys, and I think you'll see that there's a lot of evidence to support that they know what they're talking about. I never listen to it. Yeah, I don't even watch the TV copy. I watch, our managers film everything, the game, and you could see it more clearly.